commend the bank, and in particular Governor Emefiele, for responding to the economic challenges facing our nation in the most patriotic manner and consistent with the bank's mandate. Distinguished guests, Kebbi State is blessed with extensive fertile land suitable for all year-round production of food and cash crops. We have one of the largest padamas that stretches for about 300 kilometers from the north to south, coming in from Sokoto State and draining into the river Niger, which cut across 13 of the 21 local governments of the state, and that can boast of at least 700,000 metric tons of rice per annum and increasingly significant amounts of wheat production. Mr. President, seeing is believing. And before you, as far as the eye could see, when you come up here to see Mr. President, with all respect, is a portion of our vast Padama. Equally, the river Niger forms a 360-kilometer stretch across the state from Kanji Lake to our borders with Niger and Benin Republic. Naturally, the good people of Kebbi State are predominantly farmers, and farming is the largest employer of labor in the state. Indeed, our vast Padama land, which is over 600,000 hectares, is suitable for diverse agricultural activities, and it is used for all year-round agricultural production. In particular, rice is produced 3 times per year, twice during the dry season and once during the rainy season. And our Padama, like many other parts of the state, is crisscrossed by a series of streams, waterways, and huge reservoirs of underground water. However, only about 200,000 hectares of Padama is currently under cultivation. I'm therefore confident that we have the potential to produce rice for both domestic and foreign markets. Over the years, a number of infrastructural facilities such as tube wells, wash boreholes, channels, and diversion canals have been provided for individual and communal use. However, there is urgent need to develop the Padama areas by constructing water canals along the River Rima, from which irrigation diversion channels could be constructed to individual irrigation farms. The silting of the existing water bases will also go a long way in conserving and recharging groundwater used through the application of tube wells for irrigation purpose. We are optimistic that with sustained support and encouragement of the federal government, we are in good state to make optimum use of the existing 100,000 metric tons grain silos located in the state. Ladies and gentlemen, the construction of the Baccalaureate and Goronyo dams is no doubt a major advantage to irrigation farming, but the palpable lack of synergy between Sokoto River Basin Development Authority and farmers downstream have proved fatal to the development of irrigation in this part of the country. Our farmers are incurring losses of hundreds of millions naira worth of farm produce annually as a result of water releases from the dams without adequate nurses. In August this year, flood water destroyed over 92% of the crops along the Padama belt. And I must at this juncture thank Mr. President for bringing succor to our people with his intervention, which was brought to Kebbi by the National Emergency Management Agency. For this reason, I wish to respectfully call on Mr. President to direct the authorities of Sokoto River Basin Authority to give adequate notice to farmers and ensure gradual releases of water, especially during the rainy season. It will be very helpful if water is also released intermittently during dry season, because that is the time when it is most needed by irrigation farmers. But the ultimate solution to this problem lies in dredging the River Niger and reconstructing of the destroyed dikes from Goronyo in Sokoto State to the confluence of River Rima and Niger in Yauri, Kebbi State. Your Excellency, permit me to commend and express our deep appreciation to the Central Bank of Nigeria for putting rice in the list of import prohibition, foreign exchange prohibition list, and also providing financing to the state to the tune of 5 billion naira for commercial agriculture, and also the Anko Borrower Program, for which companies engaged in Kebbi State have identified and are working with over 50,000 farmers already. In addition, the numerous companies involved in the agricultural value chain are at various stages of engagement with farmers in the state. Labana Rice, an indigenous company, has established the largest integrated rice mill in the state and is working with over 20,000 farmers in the CBN Anko Borrowers program. Wakot, another company, is doing land clearing just nearby for another integrated rice mill. Umza Rice, Olam, Eco Rice Mill, Dangote Rice, and other companies are at various stages of commitment. Your Excellency, our women folk are hardworking farmers and rice processors. Historically, they have processed over 70% of the rice produced in the state, and the state is determined that they will not be left behind. They are being organized to take advantage of the finance from the state and CBN so that they can invest in modern machinery and advanced processing. I hope Mr. President will have the opportunity, because some of them have been here since about 6 a.m. in order to showcase their commitment. Furthermore, as we strive for mass agricultural production, there is a need to consider channels of evacuation of farm produce, and I'm glad that the Emir of Gwandu and the Chairman Council of Chiefs have already raised this issue. I would like to appeal to Mr. President to consider with favor the reconstruction of our only road link with Niger, Kwara, and all the southern states, which is currently unmotorable. Hundreds of lives have been lost or maimed, and farm produce, including animals worth millions of naira, are wasted annually. At this juncture, I would like to draw the attention of the people of the Kebbi State to the fact that the distinguished presence of His Excellency and his entourage in our midst today is an unparalleled honor, a challenge and a moral booster. It is an honor because Mr. President, in his wisdom of visiting Kebbi today to launch the 2015 dry season farming and the CBN Anko Borrowers program, has demonstrated that the political will that is so much needed is amply available, and we thank him. It is a challenge because all our eyes are on the rice producing states, in particular Kebbi, to demonstrate capacity as leading rice and wheat producing states in order to make Nigeria self-sufficient. It is a moral booster because if we could stand in the scorching day all sun all day long to freely cast our votes for Mr. President out of sheer love and believe in his capacity to change Nigeria for the better, nothing stops us from participating in this program aimed at improving our economy. The ball is therefore in our court, and I sincerely hope and pray that we'll make good use of the opportunity before us all. Finally, I wish to once more welcome Mr. President, members of his entourage, and the distinguished personalities here present for the opportunity to host you on an occasion that will live in our memory for a very long time. May Allah continue to guide us, protect, and shower his blessing and infinite blessings upon all of us. Amen.